Today, we are creating a sleek text effect in Photoshop, which is all about bold style and smooth depth. We'll be working with a clean text layer and turning it into something much more dramatic. You'll learn how to build two-layered shadows using the Blur Gallery and give the text a polished metallic finish for that premium 3D look. This one's easy to follow, and the final result is gonna look awesome. First, create a new document. For the purposes of this tutorial, I recommend you use my settings. Grab the Type tool and type out your text. We'll use a bold graphic font, so the effects really pop. I'm using the font Altesse Standard here. It's available on Adobe Fonts. Make the font size nice and big. Then, type in whatever text you want. Now, right-click your text layer and convert it to a smart object. This lets us apply filters and effects without messing up the original text. This is very helpful later on. Press Ctrl-J twice on a PC or Command-J twice on a Mac to make two copies of the smart object layer. Rename the top layer to text. Then, rename the two layers underneath to Shadow 1 and Shadow 2. Let's create the impression of a light source coming from the top left. Click on the background layer. Then add a gradient fill adjustment layer. One that fades from black to transparent. For your convenience, you can use my handy gradient set. The link is in the video description. Set the gradient angle to 135 degrees and click OK. Then, lower its opacity to your preference. Now select the Shadow 2 Smart layer. Then select Filter, Blur Gallery, Path Blur from the menu. Change the path blur style from Basic Blur to Rear Sync Flash. Then, click the white circle next to the little blue arrow and press Delete on your keyboard to remove the default blur path. Drag your custom blur path to set the direction of the shadow. Go for something that matches the light coming from the top left. Play around with the filter settings until it looks right. Then click OK to apply them. Let's lower the layer's opacity a bit to make the shadow look more natural and subtle. Let's add a second shadow to boost that layered look and give the text more depth. We'll apply the Path Blur filter to the Shadow 2 layer. But this time, we'll use a different blur path to change the shadow's direction. I'm going with a slightly different angle for the second shadow. It helps create a smooth, more natural-looking effect. Once you're done, lower the opacity of the second shadow layer to keep it looking soft and natural. Now let's bring the whole look together by giving the text a metallic style. I'm going to apply some layer styles to the text layer. You can download these for free from panosfx.com. You can find the link in the description. Just a heads up. If you use a different font or a different size, you might need to scale the layer styles to match. Right-click the little FX icon and choose Scale Effects to adjust everything proportionally. Now, here's why we turned the original text layer into a smart object. I can change the font or resize the text, and everything updates automatically, including the shadows. Super handy, and it saves a ton of time if you ever want to tweak the design later on. Double-click the text layer to edit its contents. Press C to activate the crop tool. Hold down Alt or Option and drag out a corner handle to increase the canvas size. Pick a different font and tweak the size to whatever you like. When you're done, just save and close the Smart Object document. All your changes will update automatically on the metallic text, and the shadow effects will adjust perfectly to the new font shape. If you enjoyed this tutorial, head over to panosfx.com to check out a bunch of free Photoshop add-ons and resources. I'm sure you'll find something useful for your next project. Thanks so much for watching.